Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, Deontay Harris. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Deontay Harris on the return.
The Saints trot onto the field behind the veteran right arm of Drew Brees, a former Purdue Boilermaker who entered the league back in 2001.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
Brees pass.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Alvin Kamara.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Brees. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Saints.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 17 carries, 68 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Brees. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Brees pass. Intended for.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
The Bears take over.
And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. So here are the Bears banked up to start their initial drive. Leading them out, their quarterback in his 4th season from North Carolina, it's Mitchell Trubisky.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
Tariq Cohen, the ball carrier.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Let's go, let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, here we go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Quick pass out to Miller. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
The screen pass here to Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up second.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Alvin Kamara.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Forced out to his left. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Akeem Hicks with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Mullen, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Pick up at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
53, check 53. What's the run? They're running it. Check 53.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now on 2nd and 13, Trubisky, and he completes it to Cohen. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen.
Trubisky.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A Chicago first down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain. But he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them. And if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new, the learning curve might be a little bit big. So it's a good job by getting him taken care of, and now they can move forward.
So first and goal from the 9-yard line. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. At each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Brees finding Kamara, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
11 on the play.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Number 40.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. From the gun, it's Brees. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
14.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Eddie Jackson brought him down.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll drop to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
1st and 10 at the...
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trubisky to throw again. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
To Jimmy Graham.
But Jimmy Graham, likely coming near the end of what has just been a tremendous career. One that started for him as a member of the Saints. He played with them from 2010 to 2014. And in that span, He was twice a 1,000-yard receiver and 3 times a Pro Bowler. He will always be remembered fondly in New Orleans. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, Trubisky going deep this time for Miller. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
They'll take over first.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Breeze going to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
To 2nd and 10.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And Ginn's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
Check. 53 spot. Check. 53 spot. Let's go, D. Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
I'm gonna win. I'm gonna lose with this.
Delay of game, offense.
No. This. Yeah.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
Again, it's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. 28-7, your final score. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it was the right arm of Drew Brees that led the way in the first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Nigel Bradham brings him down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now fourth down coming up.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. And he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
And it appears that he loved the fact that is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Breeze now on first down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
From the 28, it's second and 5.
28-yard line.
Now Breeze. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
They had nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. And he's going to go down again.
Buster Screen. Drew Brees.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Here's Ginn. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, first and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On first down, Cohen. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run with Montgomery. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They get this out left, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bears have retaken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
25-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the 2nd level. It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. And we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
A gain of
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Brees here finding Kamara, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, they'll throw with Brees. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So here are the Bears to take over on off. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there. First down.
Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On first down, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Check 53 fly. I'm trying to collect. Let's go. Let's go. And we got Mike.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Holding, receiving team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas.
Breeze pass.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
On the tackle.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Brees' throw on target to Cook, and he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Working from the gun, it's Brees. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
It's a gain of 10.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brees. He gets this one complete to Tre'Quan Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Brees to throw again. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Brought down.
Plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Touchdown.
Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
At their own 24-yard line.
So now Trubisky and the Bears down 21-17. A minute 36 to go. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. He's back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. One heck of a third down conversion. 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
At the Saints' 37-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Back to throw. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for New Orleans, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay